Good evening, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned this long. We are almost done with this tournament. This is the last best of one game before the semifinals to determine who's going up in the finals against Full Body Erection. We are in Champ Select here as the mid laner is Heavy versus Team Purple Poros. The Purple Poros, particularly. And they are here. Braum banned out for mid right off the bat. We have seen these teams do some amazing things. I personally haven't been able to see the Purple Poros, but the Purple Poros lost their first game today and have clawed their way back up to this quarterfinal position in the loser bracket, not giving up another loss yet. Apparently in their games they've even scored a pentakill, I think the only pentakill so far in this tournament. The mid team is huge. They have been doing very well so far for themselves, losing only to the big guys, Full Body Erection. Albania, how do you think this is going to play out? Both these teams have proved that they are supposed to be here. What do you think is going to happen here?
You know, I feel bad that League of Legends is a zero-sum game and that, you know, there can only be one winner because both these teams have been playing so hard and have gotten so far in this tournament.
Yes, they've tried so hard and gotten so far, but for one of them, in the end, it won't even matter.
Linkin Park is, if they were dead, would be turning in their grave.
I believe you might be right.
But let's talk. But in answer to your question, I think I'm going to give this over to Clarent and Co. because they fought the Full Body Erection itself, and they have just more experience with the winners bracket and the harder groups.
That's very true. The Purple Poros, though, have shown that they were not to be counted out, and so I'm going to have to go with them. I love the underdogs, I'm sorry. I've got to go with the Purple Poros. But here we are, we're in picks and bans. The bans have been fairly conventional, but it has left a lot of good things up for grabs. Lee Sin, first pick by Team Mid, and that leaves the Purple Poros to kind of decide what they're going to do here. It looks like
it does indeed.
Floating over a J4, which would be the first J4 we've seen this tournament. Locked in Orianna. Is J4 going to be locked in? And it looks like he is. It's going to be J4, probably in the top lane, but we're not sure yet.
Yeah, he's also a very able jungler. I wouldn't be surprised to see him reprising his role there.
Yes, that's
we'll have to
true.
see. Lee Sin has been an extremely contested pick this tournament. Golden Moogle has locked it in there.
I've been told that J4 has been played by the Purple Poros every game this tournament, almost every game this tournament so far. So this is a very secure pick for them. They like how he works with their team synergy, and I kind of like it, especially in League with an Orianna there. There's some good combos that can go off from that.
Absolutely, because they're trapped in a small space and vulnerable for Command Shockwave.
Yeah, countering the Orianna, though, comes in with the LeBlanc High Assassination. The Orianna, particularly TSM, I'm not entirely sure if he actually plays for Team Solo Mid, but TSM Prospero, probably just completely butchered that. He's going to have to play very passive if he wants to not feed in lane against such an assassin-heavy LeBlanc.
Yep, it looks like Morgana is going to want to be holding that LeBlanc in place so as to mitigate her mobility, which is a good pick. We have yet to see who the support will be for the
Team Mid.
Team Mid. but we will be finding out, I think, after this pick from Jenna Tools.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Graves Morgana bot lane. An interesting and fairly unconventional bot lane based on what we've seen so far. Morgana, though, can work really well with Graves, especially once she gets that lockdown on a target. Graves can come in and make them pay for getting locked down. It looks like it might be a Leona Lucian, which will make that Graves Morgana be a little more passive, since a Leona Lucian is a very aggressive lane.
It's true, we also have to remember that Morgana's Black Shield is a pretty good counter for Leona, and I wouldn't be surprised if they changed away from that pick.
Rengar in the top lane. This is not the first time we've seen him up there. Renekton, though, is not as powerful as he used to be with the current patch. Looks like they're deciding Rengar Renekton. Rengar Renekton hasn't quite locked it in yet.
And it looks like it's going to be a Rengasia.
Yes, Rengar and Leona both locked in. A very aggressive bottom lane for Team Mid. There's still one more pick here for Team Purple Poros, as they are deciding what they want to do versus this particular team comp. A very all-in, very aggressive team comp from Team Mid. And Purple Poros trying to decide what they want.
Now, Crando, he loves running... Oh, well, this isn't a support pick for him, so he's got Morgana. But I was going to say Crando normally enjoys playing a Thresh, but Thresh has been taken away from him, probably due to some research from Team Mid. And it looks like he's going to be locking in Elise for the jungle.
All right. Just going to real quick just change this to that there. Thanks for interacting with us in the chat. I always enjoy when you guys are helping us out, because, you know, we're amateurs. It says so right above me here.
This is the Amateur Casting Society.
Yes, the Amateur Casting Association.
We try to avoid airs of arrogance and stupidity, which go hand in hand.
But, you know, sometimes you just can't avoid those. Anyway, as I was saying, we are moving in here. This is the quarterfinals in general. The winner here moves on to the semis. Friend requests. Yay, on the stream. The winner here moves on to the semis, takes on Team Summoner's Rift, who, though fought very well, lost their semifinals to the finals team here. And the winner of that match goes on to take on Full Body Erection, the current leaders, as we are moving into the 3-minute delay. So as we're moving into the 3-minute delay, I want to see what you guys think. Who's going to win this game and go on to take on Team Summoner's Rift? Will it be TPP over there for the Purple Poros, or will it be this mid laner is heavy, Team Mid, going on to the semifinals? Tell us what you think in the chat. Let's break down these lanes, shall we, Albania? Why don't you take top?
Alright, with pleasure. Because I don't see J4 very often in the top lane, and I think he's cool. It's gonna be a pretty... I think it's gonna be a pretty passive lane, unless... Chanabara goes hard after Moogle, because even if Moogle attacks Chanabara very aggressively, he always has his flag toss and getaway, you know, so he can always just kind of like swoop out of the way. So even if Rengasia is going ham, you can just peace out.
That is very true. I'm just talking a little bit with some of the other players in the tournament, so if you want to go through a little more analysis while I take care of this.
Alright, absolutely. I just hope the viewers aren't already tired of my voice. Magus God Spawn in the jungle is on Lee Sin versus V Cataclysm on Elise. What can I say that's analysis about this? Both are super strong junglers, especially in the early game. Lee Sin is countering people in the early game because he's super strong. Level 1. He's going to be in your face. He's going to be kicking. He's going to be doing all sorts of bad things to you.
That's very
So
true.
you want to be avoiding that. In the mid lane, we have a purported team solo mid player against a LeBlanc. I perceive that both of this matchup is going to be extremely close because Prophet Nota, who we're going to call Prophet from now on, is going to be engaging Clarent. Both of these champions are pretty safe champions. Obviously, LeBlanc has her distortion escape technique, while Oriana has her ability to put down her ball and go very fast and shield herself from ganks. So that's going to be pretty passive farm fest unless the LeBlanc is really good and Godspawn gets onto the scene with some real aggression and kicks poor little Oriana away. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it's all going to come down to Crando and his Dark Bindings and his use of the Black Shield. If he can Black Shield Genitals, yes, he did style his name so that it kind of sounds like genitals, then he is going to be extremely successful.
I think your analysis was dead on, especially in the bot lane. Is going to be extremely aggressive down there, and if the Black Shields can land, they're going to be able to take the advantage away from the extremely aggressive, particularly level 2, Leona Lucian. So we are moving now into the Swag Awards section, where we will give our last Swag Award before the finals.
Oh my goodness.
So this is big. This is important.
This is big.
Whose turn is it to give the individual Swag Award? I think it's you.
Yeah, I remember you giving it away to, I forget who, but you definitely gave it away last time. My Swag Award vote for the individual swag. Ooh. Okay, Dark Forge Jarvan looks cool on paper, like in load screen, but in the actual game, there's just like a giant horn coming out of his head, and he looks kind of dumb. Like he forgot his other horn at home. But Bladecraft Oriana has that creepy sort of Tim Burton knower kind of steampunk goth look to it that I think is just awesome. And so I'm going to have to be casting my vote with her.
Well described, well described. As far as the Team Swag Award goes, that's a full five skins for the Purple Poros, so it looks like the Purple Poros are going to definitely pick up the Team Swag Award.
PP is winning the Swag Awards today.
They are so far, that is very true.
And they're going to finish loading up soon, and we are going to bring you onto the Rift. The Summoner's Rift, where these two teams will do pitched battle to reach something that Prospero will explain.
Yes, this battle determines who is going up into the semifinals, as I mentioned before, to see who can go to the finals. Right now, sitting in the semifinal spot is the very well-skilled Team Summoner's Rift. The winner of this game will go on to face them to see who's going to the finals, to see who can win this whole big tournament. We are here on the Rift now, and we are beginning this game. That's very important. The loser here gets knocked out. The winner moves on to the semis. This is for marbles right here. This is for
Welcome to
big stakes
Rift.
today on the Rift.
Yep. And even if there weren't next level riot points and prizes to be won, the fact that these teams have devoted their entire Saturday to getting this far, with Battle Octopus getting scared away by Crando and co. I mean, even if there weren't prizes on the line, they've invested a whole lot of time to this tournament, and each one of these teams really wants to get a chance to go to the semis, to go to the finals, to have a chance to win it.
It's very true, and we appreciate all of the teams taking their time here today to play. It's great. We love League, we love casting League, and we love that you guys love playing League. And for those of you watching, we love that you love watching us cast other people playing League.
Minions have
A
spawned.
little bit
Ooh,
of early
Prophet.
damage going on.
Yeah, getting a little bit of hurt down, figuring out where their opponents are. Now they know that there is a red buff camp, and it looks like they're all set to just trade red buffs here. Beatdown is sniffing around red buff. He wants to know for sure, but he doesn't have his trinket back up yet, and he certainly doesn't want to face check.
No, but it looks like Purple Poro's going aggressive. And pause. That seems to be kind of the theme today, especially on our streams. Something seems to happen at the beginning that causes the game to have to be paused.
That's alright, it only increases the anticipation.
Yes, it's the anticipation is building as we
Indeed.
approach.
Interestingly, there is actually not yet a trade of red buffs. They just wanted to put a ward down, and then they backed off. So that red buff is still available for Cataclysm if he wants to come back to it.
Yeah, the Purple Poros definitely have the advantage here. And it looks like they're going to steal the red buff. However, you might see a rotation towards the top after the pause has been expended. So far as I can tell in the chat, I think there was only one vote, possibly. And
There
it looks
was
like,
indeed a single vote.
so it looks like
And
it's
that
100.
voter wins. The
That-
final world, you are the voter of the hour.
Yes. So there is currently 100% expectation that mid is going to win this game. Purple Poros sadly.
Oh, the binding lands on the beatdown beast. Genitals is laying down all sorts of damage onto him, but getting it returned. And now the pause comes back again. And
Yes.
if they don't have good reason, I'm going to call shady business, because you can use pauses to re-strategize with your team.
Yes, this is a lot of pauses here, kind of unexpected. Hopefully, whatever issues are being sorted out will be sorted out quickly so we can get right back into the action.
A summoner has disconnected.
It looks like Genitals is having a little bit of a disconnect issue. So is Chanabara.
A summoner has reconnected.
Genitals reconnects. This is really exciting.
This is action-packed reconnection right
Yes.
here on the LoLACA Showdown Throwdown. Just so everyone who is watching currently knows, I will be posting all of these this entire video broken up, of course, into nice segments without those annoying breaks on my personal YouTube channel once this is all done, and you can probably also find it on the LoLACA YouTube channel also. Here, 6 hours and 15 minutes I've been live, and we are expecting to keep going. So my YouTube channel I will post in the description. You guys can like, favorite, subscribe, that whole deal, and check all of these games out again later on, right here on my YouTube.
A summoner has disconnected.
Looks like they're having all kinds of trouble.
Has reconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
It looks like everybody is summoner reconnected at this time, though, so maybe the pause is going to be lifted soon.
Here's
I
hoping.
I hope that worse doesn't come to worse and we actually end up having to reset the entire match, because then we'd have to wait another 3 minutes while we make analysis.
Yes. Always the curse, the caster's curse, the amateur caster's curse that you have to worry about filling up that 3-minute gap. You don't quite want to, switch to a sound break, like a song music break.
Alright, it looks like we're resuming, ladies and gentlemen.
Woohoo!
And we leave it off as Beatdown Beast and Genitals just kind of walk away from each other with the red buff untaken on either side.
Yep.
Ooh, Rengasia in the form of Moogle is putting a little damage down.
J4 up here in the top lane trying to counter that aggressive.
Ooh, but Chanabara forced to flash away from the Moogle.
That Ignite was burned very early aggression by Rengar trying to secure this top lane for Team Mid.
It's true. Battle Octopus gets bound, but his Zenith Blade was already into the air. Lands on Generals, who has to back off.
Yeah, that was very well played.
The kill, and that is a 2-0 in favor of Team Mid.
I'm only seeing a 1-0. Am I delayed for you?
Perhaps you're not live, but there was a fight top and a fight bottom.
I am definitely live, and I did not see... Oh, it is 2-0. I suppose I completely missed the bottom kill, and I apologize for my unprofessionalism. You are correct, though. That was a very good pickup by Team Mid, the Purple Poros, having to regroup a little bit here, as they are lagging behind around 800 gold now.
It's true, and that's going to allow Beatdown Beast to be even more beastly with coming back with a Vampiric Scepter and a Doran's Blade. Ooh, the leash lands onto Prophet, but he doesn't have the combo to finish him off right now. They're both still pretty early level.
Yeah, and Prophet is a level above Clarent so far. So I think he's going to try and take advantage of that as much as possible. Meanwhile, Elise coming down the mid lane and decides against trying to gank Clarent at this point.
Chanabara, despite giving up the kill, was actually pulling ahead in CS and will do so again when he returns to the lane. It looks like Rengar's going for his perhaps quadruple Doran's build, so we'll see how that works.
Yes, we've already seen...
catches the Prophet as he's trying to ward, and that is going to be a great flash burn by him in the mid lane.
Yeah, as I was saying, we've seen the quadruple Doran's Rengar before this tournament already. He's done some good stuff with it. I'm interested to see how he does against Chinabra's J4.
Moogle and Chanabara are going at it there. I don't think Moogle is used to fighting a J4 because that is one of the more slightly uncommon picks in the top lane.
Yeah, that's always one of the advantages you have with picking someone who isn't picked very often, is that the opponent doesn't necessarily know how to lane against that, as well as some of the more common picks. It looks like things are pretty peacefully laning here. J4 has that fantastic passive that gives him so much damage on his initial auto attack. So if he makes sure to use that on Moogle every time, he's going to be able to take an advantage of trade.
You're right. Crando throwing out another binding. He's been landing them pretty handily. Didn't get it that time. This time, Clarent is locking up the Prophet in the mid lane. Ignite is burning down. One last signal comes down, but Command Protect also comes down. That's going to save his life. But he had to burn heal. Cataclysm is looking for the beatdown beast here bottom. He immediately backs around away when he sees him. Battle Octopus is in trouble now, but now Catalysm is really low. Beatdown beast put down a ton of damage and freed up Battle Octopus. Meanwhile, Golden Moogle going after Chanabara, but he is going to back away because Chanabara's damage is just too high because of that passage Martial Cadence that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that is really good for J4.
Oh no, but General's been locked up, and Beatdown Beast gets locked up himself. Lee Sin comes in. I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No problem.
But there was some action.
And I do appreciate you taking all of the action for me and for our viewers. It looks like Genitools was able to escape with a very clutch Dark Binding there from his support, Brando, who we have already seen in, as I mentioned before, the FNC Midwest Regional Tournament that happened earlier this year. Brando was a fantastic support during that, and we're glad to see him back for another League of Legends Amateur Caster Association event.
Uh-oh. Godspawn is onto the Prophet, who doesn't have a summoners, but he is not. He's in the middle of a minion wave, and he tries to turn it around. Command Shockwaves comes out. He's running for his life, forces the flash. That is very great play from Prophet, knowing that he had the minion wave, and so he could turn it around.
Yes, that was very good. Looks like in the top lane it's fairly even as far as trades go, but Moogle pulling away slightly in CS.
Now, I think the thing that's what's going on in the top lane is that Chanabara, to keep up with Rengar, is burning a ton of mana. And meanwhile, Battle Octopus going on to Brando, I don't think anything's going to come out. But he's burning a ton of mana, and eventually he has to go back to replenish his mana pool. So you just teleport it back in lane. But Rengasia, all he has to do is use his abilities to get his little stacks all stacked up, and then he can sustain with his what's it called? Triumphant Roar.
Yes.
Or Battle Roar. So he now doesn't have a mana constraint.
So J4 does have that slight disadvantage.
Yes.
Both of them going double Doran start right at the beginning here.
It's League of Dorans, let me tell you.
Right now it does seem that way. Culling coming out. Wave clearing very hard.
Prophet going pretty low. Does Clarent have another combo? No, he doesn't. Especially with Cataclysm creeping into the mid lane looking for blood. Jumps out of the bush already. Chanabara's half health. Flag tosses away. That was pretty scary.
Yes, that was a good move by Chanabara there to get behind, put himself back in position where he can retreat to the turret and still get damage.
Oh, but he's still in danger. Ignite goes down. It will not be enough. Flag tosses on himself to get that extra buff from the flag toss. A flash forward out of the ultimate. Moogle picks up the kill. Wow, that was impressive.
That was an excellent Rengar play, moving in on the, just kind of on the hunt for the opponent, who was very, very low. And good knowledge of that champion. Prophet taking a little damage there, but able to shield a good portion of it. With Cataclysm coming up and down the mid lane. Brando trying to hold the bot lane while his AD carry had to back. Marksman, excuse me.
And so let's take stock of the situation a little bit if there's a lull in the action. Wow,
there is a lot of trades going down back in the bottom lane.
Can you give us a prognosis a little bit? How do you see this game shaping up at 11 minutes here?
All right, we are here at the 11 and a half, almost 12-minute mark, and it seems that mid has a fairly strong lead, a little over 1,000 gold now, and it seems that they're winning in almost all of their lanes, all the lanes in fact, by at least a little bit. Clarent has an advantage on Prophet. Moogle has an advantage on Chanabara, and in the bot lane, Beatdown has an advantage on Genitals. And so with those slight victories as well as the 3 kills, they have that gold advantage, and I think mid is the kind of team that wants to use that gold advantage, go aggressive, and not let the purple forward recover.
True, Moogle's in danger though. Cataclysm comes out. Oh, Moogle doesn't survive.
Yeah, he seemed a little discouraged there towards the end. He turns and then realizes he has no way out, and J4 just picks up the kill.
But wasn't he invisible? How did that happen? How did J4 pick up the kill?
I don't think he was actually invisible towards the end there. J4 just able to do a lot of damage, and because of the Cataclysm, he wasn't able to leap out because he had no target to leap out to.
Ah. He also wasn't in a bush.
Right.
Uh-oh, Prophet's in a bad way here in the mid lane. The
Oh!
down, he outplays him! Clarence dead, now can Godspawn pick up the revenge kill? Prophet's running for his life. Slows him with crippling blow, and that's definitely going to be Prophet dropping. Great job by Spawn knowing where to be at the right time.
Yeah, that was a good pickup. I still have to give props to Prophet. Really good outplays there in the mid lane. Just able to take down that LeBlanc in that duel.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I wouldn't have been able to do that. V flashes away.
Yeah, Cataclysm forced to use that flash. Doesn't want to go up against a Rengar one-on-one here. And
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
And just for the record, I think J4's ultimate's called Cataclysm, so if any of our viewers were confused by that, that's why it's going on.
Yeah, yes, that is very true. So Cataclysm is the jungler for the Purple Poros, as well as the ultimate for the Purple Poros top laner.
Yes. So hopefully that avoids any confusion. But now we're at almost 15 minutes now, and there's still only about a K in the favor of the team mid.
Yes, the Purple Poros have been able to hold on very well, and no towers have dropped so far in a 15-minute game. We saw in other games by this point, towers are falling all over the place. So this is just good job for both
A
teams.
summoner has reconnected.
Alright, we are moving into another lull. This is a fairly passive game. Even though it's 42 as far as kills go, the kills happen very quickly, and then it goes into another lull in the action. So I apologize if there is downtime on the stream. If we're not talking all the time, it's very difficult. And again, we are only amateurs after all. I'm sure that Freak and the professionals...
Oh! Clarence just distortioned away. Golden, Mughal, and Chennabar are going at it again. This time Mughal is trying to get the other half. Oh, he gets it! Wow, that was intense. Godspawn getting bullied away.
Back into the mid lane as the junglers have come to assist the dueling mid laners. That time, Rengar came out on top. Mughal able to pick up the kill.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And now the tower, the first tower going to Mughal. This top lane has been a very action-packed back and forth top lane.
Okay, the reason why Clarence got the best of Prophet was because he distortioned out of the shockwave in incredible reaction time.
Yeah, that was fantastic reactions, and able to get out of the shockwave there. Really just made it so that he was able to do well. And then I think Elise came in later on in that fight, which made it so that Clarence wasn't able to take too much of advantage on Prophet. And then, of course, Godspawn came in towards the end, and it was just a, really just each person countering the other so that no one got the advantage.
Yep, that's an excellent assessment. Brando's dropping pretty low here, forced to flash away. They knew that their jungler was coming, they went a little aggressive, but it was a little too early and they got punished for it. Now they're going to have positioning to take this tower, especially with Clarence coming in on the scene. He picks up the kill, and the assist still goes over to beat down Beast. He's going to be pleased with that. Now all of a sudden there's a 3k gold lead that's opened up for them, and they are posturing for this dragon.
Yeah, that was definitely a great pickup. I'm not sure if the Purple Poros can do anything, even though they had vision. Not anymore. They're going to rotate down that direction, but it's already going to be far too late to pick up anything there.
And that's going to be a 4k gold lead now. So slowly but surely, despite a very fierce back and forth, looks like Team Mid has taken this one.
Yes, they are slowly pulling away here 17 minutes in.
Chanabara does not fancy having a go at Rengar again. He is doing his golems in silence over there because his tower's down.
Yes, Prophet just taking whatever farm that he can at this point. All members, I would like especially to take a look. Beatdown is almost 50 CS ahead of Genitals, which is a huge CS lead as well as a kill. But
That's an
Genitals here
excellent point.
trying
And
to
look
push
at how their health bars
forward.
melt from the Q. Meanwhile, Moogle is in danger now. He made a bit off more than he can chew, but he has his ultimate. Oh, the pink ward comes down. But he just runs away from it. But great plays. But now he's going back. He wants Cataclysm because he has Spawn with him. The repel into the air, but the golems are gone, and he has nowhere to go. Meanwhile, Cleric flashes away from a shockwave in the mid lane. Top lane, Chanabara gets away, but in the bottom lane, the tower goes down. Prophet and Clarence are just about equal after this fight. Now they're diving into the tower. They've killed Chanabara. They're trapped in the Cataclysm though. What are they gonna do?
It looks like they're just going to wait. Oh, he still has
really
an
taking some
aggro.
damage there. He did not like that.
No, I think that was a bit of a misplay. He almost dropped there because he took a little more tower aggro than he thought he was going to. But in the end, he is going to get away, bringing it to almost a 7,000 gold lead, and mid is taking control of this game.
They are indeed.
As they are even pushing mid now and going to drop their 4th tower. There is no other tower so far for the Purple Poros. Damage going down. We appreciate all of you who are watching, especially if you are players from some of the other teams that have either been eliminated or who are playing later. We appreciate that you are all watching this game right now. Ooh, Clarence, lots of damage. Clarence showing a lot of skill on LeBlanc. If mid is able to take it into the semifinals, I would be surprised if we didn't see more LeBlanc just because of the level of skill that we've seen.
Oh,
Shockwave!
Great Shockwave brings Moogle back. Clarence there too, but now God spawns there, gets kicked away Crando. Teleport coming in from Chanabara. He comes in flying, cataclysms onto Rengasia, kills him. Clarence running away with a sliver of health, and this is an amazing turnaround fight for Purple Paro.
Yeah, the Purple Paro. Meanwhile, though, bot lane, Beatdown Beast and Octopus still pushing, going for that inhibitor tower, forcing J4 to have to back.
But will he back in time to save the tower? It looks like he will. Not before Beatdown Beast gets some damage on it. Looks like they're turning this around on him, though. Sunflare misses just a little bit. Meanwhile, Clarence is going down real low. He pops to a great fight by Cataclysm.
Yeah, this was, I think in general, even though they did lose the tower, very much in the advantage of the Purple Poros, bringing them back into this game. What was once like a 7,000 or 8,000 gold lead has been reduced to almost 5. And the Purple Poros now posturing for Dragon, though Dragon's not up for another minute and a half.
They're posturing over a pink ward.
Ah, yes, those pink wards.
It is worth noting Beatdown Beast stole away the blue buff. Uh-oh, on the hunt by Moogle. He is going after Prophet, and that is a dead Prophet. No escaping from that one. It's almost as bad as having Twitch pop up by you.
Yeah, Rengar is not someone you want to have surprise you by yourself in the lane. And that was very well played by Moogle. Just trying to make sure that they can maintain their lead here. $50 seconds for Dragon. Moogle positioning very well, pushing his lane forward so that when Dragon Fight happens, top lane is pushing. Dragon up in 30 seconds. As everyone seems to be gathering in the mid lane. Currently 3v4 as the rest of the Purple Panda is coming up the mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like they're just all kind of getting in position for it.
Yes, but it looks like there is some backing here. It doesn't look like either team wants to engage too heavily yet.
Yeah, especially since Purple Poros knows that if they go towards Dragon, they're going to lose mid.
Yeah, and that's not something they want. That's their last outer tower. But it looks like they might lose mid anyway as they push those.
And Rengasia jumps out of the shadows. Prophet is melted. Crando is next. And that's a double going over. Oh no, just one kill because the tower doesn't count as a double. Going over to beat down Beast.
Yes, that's great play by mid. Looks like they're going to wait for their minion wave to come up to push mid farther. If they continue to success, there's still Dragon as an option for whoever can take this fight. Mid just chunking that tower away. Narva seems to be going in
here. Keeps going under this thing. Chanabara has trapped them all in the Cataclysm, but the tower's down now. Chanabara is low himself. He drops, and Meat also Genitals dropped as well.
Yes, that's going to end up being, in total, a 4 for none as they fall back. I don't think they're going to be strong enough, though, to take the Dragon. So they're just going to retreat with their advantage that they've had so far.
Yes. You can see why Genitals was out so far. You know, there was flashing health bars on the side of Team Mid, but he just wasn't able to shut him down before he got shut down himself.
No, he was not able to pick up anyone yet. He's 0 and 3 now, as opposed to the Lucian, who not only with the Bloodthirster also has the Trinity Force. That's going to be tough.
Now it looks like Dragon is trying to be stolen away by Purple Poros, but once Team Mid reacts, they just run away. They were just trying to take a Dragon of opportunity there, but Team Mid was too sharp.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to let the Dragon reset instead of pushing their advantage, since they're not really sure where the rest of the Purple Poros are. Now they are in position, though, and they are going to begin taking that Dragon. An excellent smite, and they are going to stretch to a 10,000 gold lead, almost.
Yep, and they're up 4 turrets and looking in prime position to take this game. Chanabara is trying to take that top tower, but Rengasia didn't have any of it.
He just has fantastic wave clear. If you saw just how fast he melted that wave, there wasn't even a chance for him to engage the tower.
Ooh, Moogle might be caught out here a little bit. Flashes away. He's surely popped his ultimate by now. Oh, he gets stunned. Oh, his ultimate was down. Great pick up there by Purple Poros.
Yes, Cataclysm came down just to shore him up. And just trying to get as many picks as possible so that the next team fight goes to the advantage of the Purple Poros. Even though they are about 10,000 gold down.
It's true, and they really don't have any objectives to take with Rengar being down for the next 15 seconds.
No, I don't think they're strong enough to take Baron quite yet. We're here at the 26-minute point. This game has been a little slower than some of the other games that we've seen today, but definitely not any less action-packed. Prophet doing his best there.
Now there's some serious Baron dancing going on here. Vision is being established. They might be pretending to do it and then just killing people who check.
This might be a good time to do it though, because J4 teleported bot to help Genitools, which means that it's going to be a 3v4.
They jump in on it. Moogle goes in onto the Prophet. The culling comes down, hammering him in the backside. Brando's getting taken down low. Flash forward from Godspawn. Great cocoon from Cataclysm locks down Godspawn. They keep at it though. Cataclysm running. Flashes come out. Brando drops. Leash lands onto Prophet, and he drops. People die. Shanabara is trying to take something back here. Beatdown Beast loses to the tower. And Shanabara is now getting hammered down, locked down, but he flashes away from the tower, and all the cooldowns are up from Team Mid.
Has been destroyed.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that was good. Chanabara coming in with that Cataclysm did separate the team enough, and I think that Chanabara is really holding on to this game. Whatever hope that the Purple Poros have really seems to be in Chanabara. His ability to Cataclysm the enemy who doesn't mind staying under tower and taking tower hits. A Cataclysm there is very deadly, and he's able to hold them off 1v3 and keep that inhibitor tower from falling. Meanwhile, with mid backing, the Purple Pandas are pinging Baron. Looks like they're just trying and ward it. Looks like whatever battle is going to happen at mid lane as both teams are moving in that direction.
Oh, Crando is being 100-0'd by Clarence.
And the Dark Binding, more of a nuisance in that situation. And
yeah,
a good
isn't it
kill
something
by
how
Clarence.
it seems like it's always longer when you're dying to get out of it?
As Team Mid pushing down mid lane here.
Oh, there's a little bushwhack Baron action.
Rengar
Oh,
ults,
Google.
moving in.
He's looking, he's on the hunt. The exclamation points come out, he jumps on to Prophet, half health him immediately. And then on to Genitals. Genitals super low, runs through a bush. That was a fatal mistake. Great shockwave onto 3 from Prophet. Isn't enough though. Leona is onto him. Sunflare comes out, Culling comes out on top of it. Prophet's down. Crando almost dropped. Godspawn is now tanking up the tower, binding lands, but it doesn't matter because this tower is going down. Cocoon lands, again, it doesn't matter because the tower is now exploded. Inhibitor now dropping.
And that's going to be a strong inhibitor which they can fall back and take Baron off of, I would assume. Which is a great pickup by mid, solidifying their lead now. And it looks like unless the Purple Poros can make some fantastic and unexpected comeback, this game is going to be mid.
Well, Cataclysm isn't even nearby to attempt to steal, so the opportunities for a miraculous comeback seem not to be very few and far between.
It's very true. Everyone's backing, repositioning. The Purple Poros doing all they can at this point to try and hold on to this game. 30 minutes in, they are 11, 12, wow, 13 kills down. And it looks like Team Mid wants to go and get that dragon, just stretching their gold lead. Now 12,000 to even farther. This late in the game, the dragon is worth a significant amount.
Yeah, and what they're doing is just like what we see LCS teams doing. They are just consolidating every single advantage they can get before making one of their final pushes.
I mean, one of the big mistakes that a team can make is getting the advantage and then pushing too hard with it and giving the enemy team any sort of hope. In this kind of strategy where you're just pushing every lane up, forcing the team to be split, taking Baron, taking Dragon, you're really just removing all hope from the enemy team to winning the game in any way.
Octopus taking a quarter down. There's some pretty nice wave clear coming out of Purple Poros. They do have Moogle kind of doing a little bit of a splish push in the mid lane. Genitals goes back to shop.
They're pushing now. Not quite able to pick up anything.
Goes in on
going
the Prophet again. Prophet's almost dead from it. Oh man, tons of AoE, but what's clear is that Team Mid is coming out on top. Baron buff regenning like crazy. God Spawn drops Chanabara. Chanabara, once again, as you said, is their only hope. Tries to take down Beatdown. Beatdown's on a triple.
But a double kill. They're going for the Nexus now. In the end, that was a 4 for 3 advantage Team Mid, but Genitals really big right now.
Oh no, he can turn around and kill Battle Octopus. He did, and now it's a battle of the 80 carries. They kill each other dramatically.
And that ends up with a double ace.
The double ace. The rare and elusive double ace. I think lols are coming out in the chat.
I think that's very true. Both teams able to ace an action-packed game here. The Quinions almost able to take down that Nexus turret, but Cataclysm able to get up before he...
What a heroic defense by Genitals and Chanabara.
That was very well played. I think that the mistake there was Moogle and Godspawn and Clarent all went in and decided to make it a 3v5 and thought they could take them on, and though it went very well,
it took too much tower aggro in my opinion. There was just a ton of tower.
Yeah, there was a lot of tower aggro going on there. And if it was a 5v5 just straight up, I think Mid could have taken it significantly easier. But they kind of left their AD carry and support in the back there and let the people with the dives dive.
Good point.
So it seems that we are resetting just a little bit there.
And that was, I think, well, they lost the turret, so no, but... Uh-oh, Moogle's getting caught out a little bit. He's been binded in place. He's gonna die. Ultimate couldn't save him there. And that is going to further delay the ending that Team Mid wanted to put on this game.
Yes. It is a 14,000 gold lead for Team Mid, but they can't push because it's 4v5 right now. As they are using the advantage from that pick to push down the mid lane as fast as possible.
Yes, they are. They know they have to make plays happen before Moogle come back, who is a terrorist, 8, 5, and 9 this game.
It's very true. Here they're trying to push this
Finding
inhibitor
plays on the turret. Excellent targeting. The culling comes out to wave clear. They just have to hold on for 17 more seconds until a very angry Moogle comes up.
It looks like they're going to fall back. Baron's not up for another 2 minutes yet. And Dragon is not up either, so they have no major objectives to take. Even though they're moving down towards Dragon, there is no Dragon there. And they have to back to defend with an exposed inhibitor and one Nexus turret up still. The purple Poros have to defend.
Down mid lane comes the 600. Moogle is there. Well, he's lagging a little bit behind, but he's coming as soon as possible.
Yes. The rest of his team moving very, very strong down the mid lane. I think they want to end the game at this team fight.
They do. Let's see if Genitals can pull off another. Genitals and Beatdown Beast can do a little unofficial ace pentakill scenario, but Moogle is on the hunt. The exclamation points are out. Chanabara wisely jumps on him, sacrifices himself to cage Moogle, but the rest of the team is in danger. A great shockwave comes out. Clarent is dropping, Beatdown Beast is dropping, but they are killed they kill their opponents too fast. And Prophet's coming out now along with Genitals.
Genitals and Prophet both using the advantage that they have with being so close to their Nexus, or so close to their healing pool, to heal up full to try and take down as many as they can on the run.
Oh, Godspawn go man mode to protect Clarent, and Beatdown, who are super low. Safeguards over a wall, flashes away from the ball. Very well played by him. He knew he had to delay them. there, and he still got away with his life.
That's going to be a 3 for 2 in favor of Mid. With the Nexus turret down, means that we have an exposed Nexus. At some point, even with a teleport, sure happens there are no teleports on team.
They took
Mid.
down two Nexus turrets in 2 attacks. Perhaps in their 3rd attack, they will get down the Nexus itself. It remains to be seen.
For the amount of advantage that Team Mid has, it's taken them a long time to close this game out.
It's very true. We're going to have to see if they can continue this heroic hold. In late game, in the really late game, as this game is stretching to, who would you give the game to?
I don't know. It's very hard. They have shown, Mid has shown that it is a very all-in heavy team, which can definitely win if they take the Baron here before going in, and I don't think Team Purple Pandas has any way to counter it because of all the minions pushing. Rengar is even pushing the bot lane here by himself and not able, and doesn't even have to be there for Baron.
Yeah, they pick up that huge buff, and things are looking pretty dire for the
Purple
good
Poros.
team, Purple Poros. Maybe if they had Braum protecting them, they might be better off, but right now they're going to need a genital miracle to escape.
Yes. He is doing very well for someone who was earlier this game 0-3. He has come back to be 8-5 for a positive KDA.
It looks like they have about like 600 gold just from Baron and Dragon.
Yes, you rarely see a 20,000 gold lead ever, but we're almost at that point.
Well, that's because everybody's getting to their 6-item builds, and gold is having less and less of an effect on the game. Look at that. They are doing this CLG style, taking out every single possible tiny advantage before going in for the last hurrah.
Yes,
But again, I said that they were going in for the last hurrah 15 minutes ago. So.
Yes, 2 last hurrahs ago, we were going in for the last hurrah.
So, if anything, and there's still a chance, but even if they fail, major props to Purple Poros holding out this long. We've seen other teams surrender at much bleaker odds than this.
Yes, but as I mentioned before, this is the loser's bracket. Everything is so much more dire. A loss here is knocked out of the tournament.
And there's just rotations everywhere. They're deciding whether they want to rotate. They wanted to pick the inhibitor back up before they either push for the win or rotate bottom to see if they can take out that turret. It looks like they've decided to go for the win, and they just focus the Nexus. Battle Beast is in a very bad place, flashes away from Chanamara. Battle Octopus is on to them. They are fighting back nicely, but now they're on the Nexus themselves. Google gets taken down. They kite it around too much, but in the chaos, he beats down the Nexus. And that is a double G.
Congratulations to Team Mid for moving on to the semifinals. That was a very convincing victory. I'm a little concerned though how long it took them to close it out. They had
That is a really good point.
They had a huge advantage for most of the game.
They were a little bit overeager, not in the fact that they didn't get everything they should have, but have you noticed that they kept initiating under the tower rather than trying to siege it?
Yes, that is very true. I mean, they had a very heavy all-in team, so they were using their team comp to its advantage, but they weren't able to close out the game for so long, and the game just kept dragging out. Luckily, they were able to maintain their lead and finish the game. So, here we are. That was the quarterfinal match. The semifinals is next, and that will be over here at PGH Peaches. So I want all of you guys to head over there and support him as he casts the semifinal match to see who will go on to face the full body erection in the finals to see who's going to take this tournament. I've been casting for 7 hours, and I am ready to see. Once that game is finished, make sure you come back here for the final, where we will be casting the best of 3 final match between whoever wins the semifinals and full body erection. So I will see you guys again soon. Head over to PGH Peaches to see the semifinal match as we see who's going to take down this game.
And move on to face the full body erection.
Yes, in the
which
meantime...
I have prepared some jokes for.
Yes.
We come back up.
Yes, we will be saving our voices and our jokes to bring you the full action of the finals. See you guys in an hour or 2. Or 3.
Bye.